needed to get the right lighting. So I posted this meme off someone else on my stories, and I thought that I should do a live just because it's going to be a lot easier than always pressing like restart and stuff. So what I wanted to say is there were two posts. One was in a world full of diet pills, waist trainers, cleansers, and detox teas. Just learn how to eat for your goals and move your body. That's what one of them said. The other one said that it's crazy that some people spend like this money on cellulite cream, cool sculpting, cryotherapy, and all this other stuff. And then I was like, okay, it's cool, but it got me thinking about something. So a lot of the time, people say that it's obsessive to track their food or it's obsessive to track their calories. And okay, yes, while it might be, it's not an on or off switch for one. And for number two, it's a sliding scale. Like you don't, it's your perception of it. If you're going to be anal, pedantic, whatever you want to call it, over the way that you track your food, then yes, it can be obsessive. But you can also be a little bit more flexible with it, depending on what your goals are. Now, to me, there are so many people saying, oh, I'll start on Monday, and being, I don't want to call it obsessed, but a lot of the time, their thoughts, so something that I mention a lot is what consumes most of your day. What thoughts consume most of your energy, your day? Do a pie chart of it. How much of it is obsessing over your body? How much of it is obsessing over food? Like, wondering when, like, why is this onto my mobile data? Wondering why you're not getting results. Because that's one of the biggest things that holds a lot of people back. It's that constant negative self-talk. And that constant negative self-talk is going to be self-perpetuating. So, for example, if you end your week having been a crap week and you're dwelling on that, you're going to start the new week kind of like someone trying to run a marathon without having slept properly or properly fueled. You're not starting the week off on a high note. And that's not setting yourself up for success. It's like it's this yo-yo cycle. Like, ask yourself honestly, how long have you been saying that you're going to make the changes? You're going to be healthy. I eat clean. How long have you been trying all of these things? We don't actually question ourselves enough because we don't want to sit with those feelings. We're too busy chasing the next best thing that we're not actually sitting to ask ourselves, okay, what is working, what's not working? So to me, that is a lot more obsessive. That is something I would prefer to not do than actually put in a little bit more effort to track my food. And it really isn't that difficult if you make it like you do a lot more sustainably. Like for me, I hate tracking my food all the time. I hate it. So the way that I manage it is I set one day aside. I put all of my food into my plan and I stick to that as best as I can. And I know that, okay, I can swap some veggies out. I can swap the lean proteins out. But your tracking or macro tracking is only as obsessive as you make it. Now, okay, if you want to use cups and spoons, it'll be a lot less accurate, especially for things like peanut butter. Because you could be weighing out 40 grams of peanut butter with a spoon when you're actually supposed to be having 20. Like, there are differences there. But that's the amount of willingness you're wanting to put into it. But doing that is still a lot better than just throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. So it got me thinking on that as well, because there are people that would rather spend all of their time, all of their money on trying these quick fixes, these pills, on jumping from diet to diet, on scrolling online to see what's the best this, what's the best that, on trying to eat clean and then wondering why they're not getting results. Oh, I'll just do more exercise and then I'll just eat less. But when does that come to an end? And it's not even just that. It's, okay, so you're going to chuck in all of this exercise. So what happens the next week? Are you going to do the same amount, or are you just going to chop and change everything because you don't have a plan? Do you remember the fact that you just overate a couple of days ago? Or something that I do actually see a lot with like binge eaters and overeaters is that they kind of forget those moments where they did do that stuff. Some people just think that they're only eating salad but that salad could have 800 calories in it. Like, there are some comparisons that I've seen. I might put some up. If people are interested, you can like comment or whatever, but there are some salads that are pretty much equal in calories to a really big burger. And the salad is less likely to keep you full. And the thing is, it's not even about the food when it comes to satiety and feeling satisfied with your diet, because it's what you go into eating that food with as a mentality. There's a study where they gave two groups the same milkshake. One was advertised as this decadent, luxurious, thick shake, and the other was a diet shake. It was the same calories, but the people that were told that it was a diet shake actually overconsumed calories for the rest of the day into a surplus, way over a surplus. But not everybody even finished that decadent shake. Some of them didn't. They didn't say that. They didn't say that they wanted more of it. They left a little bit because they're like, oh, I'm full now, and they continued to eat normally. That's something to keep in mind, because the perception and the mindset that you come in with when it comes to eating your food dictates the response chemically within your body. That's why not all of the time it's this calories in, calories out thing. Like, yes, at the biological level, energy matters, but there is so much that comes into that. And I actually made a post on it that I will be putting up very shortly, because it's going to go with my whole theme that I'm putting up. But that's the thing. Like, if you focus on what your calories are made out of instead of how much you're eating, then how much you're eating kind of takes care of that. But if you come from a history of disordered eating, of the dieter's mindset where you're always trying to restrict, that doesn't really happen also well. It's really good to actually be aware of what you're consuming first before you decide what the next steps are. And it can be as simple as taking photos of everything you eat to start with, then writing it down, then becoming aware of what the calories are in that. Like, I know someone that says, oh, well, I eat some nuts here and some halloumi there, but when you actually look at the calories within halloumi and with nuts, a handful of nuts could have up to like 380 calories, 400 depending on the size of your hand. So that's something to think about. Anyway, I think that's a great chat for today. That's coming off the post that I just mentioned, and yeah, have a really good Sunday.